Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're playing some more Stormworks Build and Rescue. Okay, so what I've done is I painted it gray. I'll probably end up changing that to a lighter gray. Maybe something like that. No, we'll go darker, maybe. Let's see, can we... Oh no! Oh darn. That was pretty close to what I wanted it to be. Let's see, how's that? That could work. It needs to be a little more white. Can we make it a little more blue? Gotcha. Okay, and then we can just take white. So yeah, so I just put some guns on it. No big deal. I'll go over that here. Perfect. And then we'll take one of these, and it's going to be this color. Well, that's strange. What's going on? No, I want to paint, and I want to paint with the brush. Okay, and I want to use the color white, and I want to do that. There we go. Okay. And then the wheels are black. The wheels are black. I imagine all this is probably black too. Just do that. I know that's white on the back side, which is maybe black. Okay, cool. Well, that's pretty cool. All right, so I did add the guns on here. Like I say, I was just kind of painting, just going over colors. So we'll go over the guns. They're all connected. There's two sets, right? There's the guns that move with the mouse. Those have their own stations, and then we have the main guns. Whatever, I'll finish that later. All right. So we have 4 of these large autocannons, 2 on either wing, and then we have 4 of these in the front, and then 2 on the wings. See how that handles. Let's see. So we can open the. Well, there's 2 ways to get in. You can crawl in down here. Or there's a little door on the side. Starter systems. Yeah, so I'm just getting a hold of. It's got radar on it, all 4 sides. I'm just getting still finishing up this. This is going to be our. It was going to be a map, but seeing as how we have a map here, it's probably going to be something else. I don't know what yet. So yeah, so we have our guns. Press 4. I mean, it's insane. Absolutely insane. Oh, that's what I need to do now. I need to do the engine stats. This was the airlock, and this was just the regular stats. So still kind of, we need this one here. This is our statistics. So I'm gonna actually delete that, and let's put this one. We're gonna end up making it a lot bigger. Let's see. So this one is about gunnery. We can do that. Alright. This one is about gunnery. So let's see, this, I wanted these two screens to be the engine. I guess this could be like ammunition and whatever. This could be the ammunition too, right? So, and then what we have is 1, 2, 3, we have our 4 guns. So all this does is it just prints on the screen. We can say ammo A, right? Ammo A. B, C, D. Channel 2, channel 3, channel 4. Update that, and then we just expand. We need to add 2 additional channels. Oh, that's gonna break here then. Number, and this can be A, B, B. So let's see. D, and then we come in here, disconnect that, organize it, A, B, C, and D, and then expand this to 4 channels. Channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, channel 4, okay, perfect. Then what it does is it prints the numbers on the screen. A, B, C, D, and then this is ammo A, ammo B, ammo C, ammo D. So yeah, so I put out the video there yesterday of the I don't know what I'm trying to say, the mouse controlled turret. I thought that was really cool, really simple. And you can use that for anything. Literally anything you can control with the mouse. You can fly with it. You know, anything. You can have your, your firefighting vehicle, and you want to control any of like your ladders, your booms, or anything like that. You can do all that because you have your Y, which is your altitude, and then your rotation. It's super duper simple. Super duper simple. Okay, and then this prints the number beside it, without any decimal places. 2, 3, 4, and this could be ammo A, ammo B, ammo C, ammo D, and then we just have to choose. It's going to be in 1 and down 1, and they're going to be, let's go 6. So that'll be 12. No, that'll be 13. And then that'll be 19. All right. So this will be 6, 13, and 19. All right, we can update that. Oh, so now what we want to do is we want to add, let's see, so either we bring all the ammunition in here and add it in here, or we add it and then we bring it all in. I think if we just, oh, we can only add 2 at a time. So we need 3 per one, we need 2 per gun. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Don't worry, this isn't going to interfere with the ammo. I see we've got the ammo that we're going to load in here and drop. This is going to have connectors on it, like that. Ooh, that might not. Anyways, we'll be working on this also. But let's get this figured out first. But we're going to have track running up, and these things are going to drop. It's going to be pretty cool. Maybe what I'll do is I'll have it here on the backside. That could work, actually. That could work. And then we need this stuff here. Oh. Right, you want it to go right down to the door. Right down to the door. So I just need to line this up so that way I know where to stop all the logic so it doesn't get in the way. And that way they'll slide down without impacting anything. Cool, well that's cool. And this is just gonna be bombs all the way up there. Where do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe 9 of them. 9 of them by however many rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6. That's a lot. Like 45 bombs. That's crazy. This is gonna have the arsenal in here is just insane. So yeah, so we'll finish doing the painting and stuff like that. I just going over gunnery, so I set up all the guns, and now basically what I want to do is I just want to add together the ammunition that's in the cartridges, and I just want to print that onto a screen. That's all we're doing. So 1 and 2, and then the result goes into there, and it adds it to there. So we have 1 and 2, and the result goes into there, and then it adds it into there. Because we only have 4 inputs on here so far, but I don't want to build like a million of these microcontrollers, which I end up doing. So we're just gonna do a little outside the box, inside the box stuff. Building the spaghetti. All right, and now it doesn't matter, just whatever. 1 gun, 2 guns. It probably should matter. Logically, it should be like in some kind of row. But oh yeah, there we go. A, B, C, and D. It is. Okay, look at that. Hey, look at that. I didn't even plan for it and it worked out. Okay, so now let's spawn it in, and we should be able to read how much the total amount of ammunition is in the 4 main guns. If I turn the monitor on, let's see, that runs to, it's going to run to this monitor here. It has electricity and it's able to turn on. Right, so I put one of the guns on the bottom and one of the turret guns on top, and then I've got the radar there. 2, there we go, and 3. Except one of them is only 100. Why is that? There we go. So we have 300 shots with these. That's a lot. That's a lot. So now we can change it from ammo to it could say heavy, so that way we know it's the heavy autocannons. Just change this word here. And then, so it basically just, I can either duplicate this here, which I probably should because it's only 900 lines of code. And we'll duplicate this. So this can, yeah. And we'll do this here, say light. And then, I mean, if this was a ship, let's say, you could go crazy and you could add buttons to switch the types, whether it's explosive, whether it's kinetic, armor piercing, whatever. I mean, you could go nuts with all this. You could have a real fun time, I think. Okay, so now this is going to be 5, 6, 7, and 8. So let's expand this to 8, and then one, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and this can be number light A, and this could be a number light B, and this could be a number light C, and this could be a number light D, just like that. This one is A, this one is B, C, and D. A, B, C, D. Alright, we'll copy this. And then 19, so would be 25, would be 31, 37, and 43. Oh, math in the morning. And there's actually more than that. There's 4, and then there's 2 on the wings. So we actually need 2 more onto here, which would be 43, which would be 49, and 55. So we need 2 more. This would actually be 9 and 10 for the wings. So then we need to copy this, and then we need to do that, and then we need to copy that, and do that. A, B, C, D, and this could be E, and then that could be F. And then we'll say A, do some copy and paste magic here. B, C, D, E, and F. All right, and then now we just need to get the alignment down, which is starts at 25, 31, 37, 43, 49, and 55. All right, that should be that. And if we update that, and then I need to expand this by 2 more channels because we added the 2 more channels. So now we need to add 2 more channels. Light E and a light F. Alrighty. This is E and that's F. Okay, now we can update that. Save that, just in case something happens while we're editing it. And then now we need to connect. Now we need to add it all together. Fortunately, the front four only have 3, so I can take this logic here, and I can copy it, and then let's see, we'll go like that, and like that. I guess it doesn't matter if the microcontrollers are in the way of those. Okay, that, and then we need 4 for each of the wings. No, we'll need 1, 2, 1, 2. We'll need 3. Like that. Alright, now we need to connect the spaghetti. This is gonna be confusing. Okay, so this one here goes here, and then this one here goes here, and that, oh cool, it's already connected. It's already connected, and then that just is A. Perfect. So there and there and there. That's B. Not too bad, not too bad. Wrong one, wrong one, wrong one. That's C. Alright. And then that one connects to there, and then that one connects to there, and then that one will connect to there. To there, and then that one will connect to D. And now we just need E and F. Okay, so that will connect to there, and then that will connect to there, and then that one will connect to there. And that one will go to there. And that one connects to there. Oh, so I guess I didn't need the extra 2 on there. Two was enough to get the 3 in the front, and then 3 is enough to get all those. Perfect. Perfect. Well, it isn't that confusing. It's confusing, but it's not that confusing. A, B, C, and D. All right. So then I can erase those 2. I think I'm not using. Those 2 there. All right, let's see if it works. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect. So let's take it for a flight. Let's take it for a test flight now. So next, I need to get these statistics in from the engines, the heat and the RPS and that. But it takes off marvelously. It's a little, it banks to the left a little bit. So that's what we're gonna do now. Next, the next step really is I'll add the bombs. We'll take it for another flight, and then we just need to add some flight controls, so that way it flies steady at a steady heading, and it doesn't bank or dive or anything like that. It shouldn't. Like, it flies pretty. I mean, the neutral line is the white line, and it flies pretty well neutral. So what I want to do now is there's two things. We need to measure the rotation to see what that is, and we'll put it into a Lewis script, and we'll see if we can balance it out so it stays at that altitude and at that rotation. Because what I'd like to be able to do, see, the radar for some reason is not working. I don't know why. What I'd like to be able to do is get out of that seat, right? And then we're in the gun. But it doesn't, like, you know. All right, so let's load back into the hangar. So now we need to focus on a couple of things. We need to add all the weight, which means finish connecting the bombs, add the lights, and then we can focus on flight, getting the flight smooth. Right, so I had the heavy bombs close to the body under the wings, and then on the outside of the wings, I just had some medium. I just set up some medium bombs, and then on the inside, those racks, they're just set up on relays. All right, so let's do that first. So we have the guns that we want on the wings, which gives us an awesome amount of firepower. We're now able to see the ammo that we have on this screen. So now what we want to do is, and maybe what I'll do with this screen is I'll print the bombs. That could be really interesting. So there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot coming up. So how did I set up the bombs? Well, these are set up 10 milliseconds, right? Easy peasy. When it releases, it drops. So let's set that up. Okay, I have a blank microcontroller. Is this the blank one? It is. Let's add composite. This is going to be a bomb drop panel in. Okay, so this is going to control. Let's see. We're going to have 3 switches on it. One, 2, and 3. Okay. I just like the idea of it being delayed. Instead of dropping the whole rack at one time, it'll drop this rack. Let's see, output. I'm going to say A, B, and C. Okay, C, B, and A. And what we can do is we can have a delay, not delta. Can we have a, not a slider, it's a blinker. Capacitor charges up and discharges. No, we don't want that. We could use a timer. No, we'll just, let's see, what was I, so 1, 2, 3, what did I use on the, yeah, we have this. There's a delay here, but there's no delay. I guess I could write one. I don't want to, I'm lazy. Okay, so we're gonna have a delay for these racks. The first one, it's going to go in, yeah, we'll say 2 seconds. And then this is going to go 4 seconds. And this will go 6 seconds. And that way it'll just go like, you know, and we can tweak that. We can tweak that value. So once you have your bombs in there, I'm going to copy that. Because they're individual, right? They're individual bombs. Oops. Oh. Yeah, there we go. So the first relay, we'll say A, B, and then C, and then the first relay is going to launch them. Just like that. And then the second relay, is going to do the same thing. This one here. Launch, launch, launch. Launch, launch, and launch. Let's just make sure that's, yeah, 1, 2, and 3. All right. And then we'll do it again one more time. Oh, that is perfect. That is a perfect amount of bombs. Then you set up the delay. Now, I don't know if we copy this whole rack. If, yeah, I don't know if it's going to copy the... Okay, so then what we also want is we want to have one space in between the bombs. We don't want the bombs to be right tight. We want to have one space. So we can do that, that, 3, 4, oh, can we do one more? Oh, we can do one more. Wow. 5, that's 6. Whew. That's 108 bombs. 108 bombs. To bug your friends with. So the stealth one that I made, the real fast one, I'm definitely going to have to go over it and do something about the wings and stuff. Put some more guns on it. So anyhow, I can't put that on there because it's connected to the... right. And then we'll connect this row before we connect the next bit here. Because it all has to be, unfortunately, it all has to be connected, right? So what's a good angle here? This is our first delay. So this is why I recommend setting up your first bomb before you do that. I didn't do it on the other one. I put all the bombs in and then I set it up, and it took me a forever and a day. I had to go through every bomb and change it. Oops. What did I just do? I had to go through every bomb and recalibrate it. And of course I missed a couple, so I exploded a few times. So I had to connect every bomb. Then I had to go through and I had to calibrate every bomb. Twice, because there's two sections. And then first I did 5 milliseconds and that wasn't working. So then I had to change them all to 10 milliseconds. So yeah, so I'm just saying, if it's easier if you set up your first bomb and then copy and then mass produce it. But you know, as I was saying, the early builds, they're not going to have any Lua. And then as we get into it, all the builds now pretty much have Lua on them. They now have panels on them, right? They have all that stuff, which is what we're doing now. So we'll probably have this panel here, right? Flip switch, and this one here can be our flip switch. This one here could be none, right? Channel 3, 2, channel 1, and then this could be row A, row B, row C. And then what we also are probably going to need are some lights, like some indicator lights, to tell us which bombs have gone off, you know. I could always just put these in the ceiling, actually. We have our 3 rows of bombs, which is good. I like to do that. Just have the lights and stuff, just so that way there's like a, you know, okay, I flipped a switch, and then there's a light that corresponds with the switch. So we can take that and we can say C is there, right? And we can say B is there, and A is there. And then we will paint it our custom color. And these could be red, I suppose. And then they just need electricity. So something like that for our bombs. Okay, now let's do the other side. One space between there. Yeah, there we go. Paste. So then once we load it all up, we'll then take off and fly and make sure that we can handle the weight. If it can't handle the weight, Then obviously we need to make adjustments somewhere, right? Oh, I see. We're into the... Perfect. Alrighty, and then... These just help the bombs slide, because once you release the bombs, they have their own physics. So if you're traveling at 100 meters per second and you let go of the bomb will instantly start to slow down. So rather than drop and slow down, it'll just slow down inside the craft. And then that's, you know, when you get stuff like... That's how you destroy yourself. Because the bomb will hit you instead of falling away from you. So yeah, that's why I'm using these here to guide the bombs out of the vehicle. Very, very important that we guide the bombs out of the vehicle. Okay, and then now we just need to connect the other side. Oh boy. Well, that's already connected there. I forgot I did the first 3. Holy, just nothing but circles. Nothing but circles. All right, and then we'll do the last one here. All right, save that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so next thing I wanted to do, I want to have some bombs here. I want to have some bombs here. I think I can do that. And then on the wings, we're just going to make one on the wing and then we'll copy it. Perfect. Okay, and then now for these bombs. So what did I have? I had 6 on the wings. Let's see. So this is going to be our outside wing bombs panel. All right, and then we need 3 for there. Right, outside A. Output. outside B. And then what we want is we want to have one more, and then this is going to be our big bomb panel. And this is just going to have two. That's it, big bombs A, big bomb B. Big A and big B. Because you may as well drop them in pairs. You may as well drop them in pairs. Alright, so big A and big B can go down here. And then big bomb panel. And then we have A, B, C. Oh, I guess I didn't need to do that. Alright. And then we just, nope, not that one. We need the right on off. 2, 3. Channel 1, channel 2. Channel 3, channel 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, the music's gonna roll over again. A, B, and see, this was, they're always like, I'm always like, I'll just put out a quick video, and then an hour goes by or 2 hours go by. I was like, oh, what am I doing? Okay, so now the bomb panels. So that could be this one here. We need 3 as well, so that could be none. Flip switch. Switch, and this can be a flip switch. All right, we can say wing bomb A, wing bomb B, and C. All right, and then that panel is going to go into the wing bombs panel. And then this panel over here will be none and none. And then we have flip switch and flip switch. And this will be channel 2. This will be big bomb, big bombs A and big bombs B. So A will be the outside and B will be the inside is how we're going to do that. We're going to composite into there. Oh, now let's get it all connected. Outside A. And then our, let's see, big bombs A is going to be first the outside. And then B will be the inside. Okay, so let's look at these warheads. So these things are so big. I just did that with them because they're so big. They weigh like 400 a piece. I was like, you know what? As soon as you drop this thing, like, if it hits you, you're done. You're done. This thing does so much damage. You know, like, you're done. Likewise, if someone shoots at us, but that's why. I mean, you're up there, you're 10,000, 15,000 feet, you're flying, you spot the destroyer, and you just, he's gone. He's absolutely gone. Okay, so that is good for that. And then when it launches, it's going to activate the warhead. Okay, and then now we need to do the wings. We're still in mirror mode. Alright, perfect. So the wings, same thing. And then I just took a medium, just like this. Now, these could be torpedoes. Eventually, they could be upgraded to torpedoes, which would be super cool for anti-ship, whatever. You know, and I mean, that'll obviously be a future video. But you could really customize these and calibrate them, basically however you want. All right, and so now that we have these set up, I can just do this, and we can just copy it. Put a space in there, paste, and paste, and then we merge. I'm sure I could put a couple more under the wings. Like I say, I could add some torpedoes or something to it. Just make it absolutely deadly. So now we need to connect the last bombs. So outside B is going to be launch, and then outside C. I'll have to build like a little fighter plane again. I'll try and build another little jet. All right, so I think we're ready now to take it for a test flight, a gunnery test flight, finally. Oh yeah, it's heavy. So like I say, you can crawl in on this side here, or you can use the ladder. Cool. We'll get inside. Monitors, starter. Look at that. It's already detecting the warheads. Look at that. It takes off just like a dream. See, it struggles because of the weight of the warheads, and that's why I didn't want to add too much more weight to it, because then I have to recalibrate it. So it flies pretty good. So the first test we'll do is we'll open the bay doors, and then we'll drop bombs A. Oh, look at that. Yeah. B. Oh, yeah. Oh, whoops. I crashed. That was my fault. I crashed. Okay, so now that we've gone back, now that we've done that, what I want to do is I want to put the altimeter in there. Altimeter. The autopilot. We'll connect the rudder. And because I've already got the GPS in here. And then what I want to do is I want to measure the rotation. I want to measure the roll. And I want to measure the pitch numbers. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take those numbers and we're going to put them into some Lua. And we're going to see if we can build a smooth flight button. All right, so we'll cut that. So we've got this one, we've got this one. Yeah, I want to measure the rotation. Try and get some. All right, so let's get the autopilot in here. back. Okay, now for the autopilot, we need a keypad. Autopilot waypoints, and then this is Y. Destination Y. Target, and then where's the GPS here? It's in the front. That's my compass. Is that going to every single one of these? Yeah, okay, now I need to find the GPS. Where did I put that? There it is. GPS X. This autopilot is the best thing I ever used. It's so cool. I suppose I could build one now, but I don't want to. And then we have our steering. Oh, you know what? We need a switch for that. Let's do it properly here now. Get the toggle button in here. AP on. And we'll go with green. I like green. Okay. Switches the rudder from, is it left and right? It was... Left and right was the rudder. There we go. Now we just entered a bearing and it'll go to that bearing. And now what we need is an altimeter. And this can go right here. Okay, now I need a display. Either display or... Yeah. We can do that. So that's going to be our altitude, and then temporarily we're going to have this rotation. This will be our roll, and this will be our pitch. And then, okay, so this is what I was talking about. So when they give you these numbers, they give it to you. You see how we're to the 4 decimal places? That's actually not going to work. I'm not going to be able to use those. It gives you to the 6. There's 6 decimal places. So pitch and roll. Okay, and then we need our roll, and we need our pitch, which goes into there. Okay, and then we need our altitude, which is going to go into there. And now this one here, we don't want any decimals. And then I want to change it so it's green. All right, and then that's going to be systems, I guess. Plug that, and that's going to stay. Those two dials aren't going to stay. Okay, so now we're going to save it. Now we're going to go for a flight. What time are we at? An hour? Oh yeah, okay. We're going to go for a flight, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to measure our rotation. You see how it's sitting right now? So for example, this rotation. Our pitch is, you see that? 0.006550. So that's probably enough. That's probably enough for us to gain altitude, right? Like our takeoff right now. Wow, pitch is at 0.1. 0.1. Oh yeah, see, so we can almost get it to 0. I better gain some altitude before if I'm gonna try maneuvers like this. So we're at 0.07. And that's our pitch. Okay, so basically what I'm getting at is when we calibrate this to go up and down depending on our altitude, we don't want to be adjusting it at 0.6, right? We want to be adjusting it at like, you know, within 4 decimal places, So it looks like 0001. Yeah, you see that? 0001. And then that's enough to kind of send us up. Yeah, 0001, 0001. And then it'll be the same with that. 0001, 0001. Okay, perfect. So now let's go load it and we'll go back to the autosave. So 3 decimal places, 0.0001 and 001 is our range. Our maximum range is 001. So between 6 decimal zeros and 001, I guess, would be our maximum goal. That's too much. So we need to go 0005, probably. Okay, so now what I want to do is we'll just make a brand new blank one. This is going to be our altitude control. And then, so what do we need? We just need, our altitude needs to come in. And I'll try and make this quick because I know we're already at an hour with this one. Then we just need this is our pitch. And this is our roll. And this will go out, and this will go out, and this will be a number, and this will be a number. All right, and then so roll, pitch, altitude. Let's just get this connected here. There's our altitude here. Oh, and then we also need our desired altitude. All right. Desired altitude. That's going to be a number as well. All right, so we'll update that. It means we need another keypad. We can put it here. Altitude. right. And that can go to there. And then we're going to need a couple of switches. One is going to be our pitch switch, and one is going to be our roll switch. So this one comes directly from the seat. So this will be our roll. So let's do that. Let's get roll as our off value. No, that's going to be our on value. And our off value is going to be A and D. And the switch for that is going to be the autopilot. So when we turn it on, it's going to stabilize the roll. It's going to stabilize the pitch. And then I guess the pitch was going to be based on the altitude that we want. So I should have two. I should have two switches here. And then that way one can be pitch stabilization and one can be roll stabilization. So maybe we'll do from here, from this panel. This will be pitch. And then this will be roll stability. And then that can be a flip switch. And that can be a flip switch. Channel 2. Just thinking how this is gonna work here. We could run that into here. We need to composite. This will be flight stability in, okay. And then that's going to need to be two numbers, channel 1 and channel 2. And this is our pitch and our roll. I think that's how that's set up there. Pitch and our roll. Okay, and then that can go out. Yeah, because you'll have manual control over the pitch and the roll, and then if you want to stabilize it, you can. I should have a third switch on there, which turns it on. And I may as well do the autopilot too, you know that? Flip switch, and may as well have a flip switch here. And this can be 3, and this can be 4. This can be autopilot on, and then this can be oh, I forgot what that one was going to be. Autopilot. This is just the rudder control. And then what's the other one going to be? I don't know. Maybe another switch for here. We have our pitch stability and we have our roll stability. Our roll stability and our pitch stability. Let me just get this out to our pitch here. All right, and then W and S. Oh, that also goes out to the. All right, so this is going to be our off value. It'll come to me while I'm doing this here. Okay, there we go. So that's our pitch control. Then we have our roll control. Right, and then we want to be able to turn it on. So what turns it on? Right now it was the autopilot that turns it on. But I think what we'll do is this is our rudder switch, but we're going to run that through here. So let's get our 3 outputs on here. Alright, this will be our output. This will be autopilot active. And then this one is going to be our roll stability. And this one here is going to be our pitch stability. I guess this one's a little bit longer. What are we at here? An hour and 11 minutes. Yeah, this one's a little bit longer than I want it to be. I'm real sorry for that. So I don't know about number 3, but we will have a number 3 in there. And this is going to go like this. 2, 3, 4. Oh, I think I know what it was going to be. Autopilot active, and then we have our pitch and roll. So 1, 2, and 3. And then this one here is actually going to be our switch output. And then this could be like our stability switch. No, our altitude switch. All right, because we need to have for our pitch control. So when we want our altitude to go to our desired altitude, we'll have to turn that on, and then that's going to turn on our pitch and our roll. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need, I guess we could do this with Lua. I could use the greater than or less than, but I just thought it might be easier if we do this with the code. So basically, we need to composite write. We need to read number, and then we are going to be writing these numbers, channel 1 and channel 2, just like that. Pitch and roll, and this is going to have the 2 channels in it, and it's going to have our altitude and our desired altitude, and then we need 2 more channels in there, so it's going to have 4 channels actually, and then we need our front tilt and our side tilt. So number, front tilt, and this is going to be a number, and this is going to be our side tilt. All right, what's this? Front tilt, channel 3, side tilt, channel 4, update like that. Okay, and then let's take our front tilt and our side tilt. This is our front tilt here. All right, and this is our side tilt here. Okay, and then this is going to go out to our pitch, which is going to be our on for that. Yeah, so that's all set up. Now what turns the pitch on? We're going to have our pitch stability, and then we're going to have our roll stability. And then the autopilot active, this is going to activate our, I believe it's that switch there. That's the rudder switch there. Yeah, that's going to turn that on. Okay, and then the last switch that we have in there is our altitude switch. So what I should do is run our pitch into here as the off value, and then this is where we needed the double switch. I suppose I could have used an OR value, but anyways, this is easier. All right, and then the on value is going to be the greater than and the less than for our pitch, and that's it. Simple. So now we go into here, and we need to bring in our 4 numbers. So we have our altitude, we have our desired altitude, and then we have our pitch and our roll. All right, and then input, get number NUVER 1. 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Okay, and now we're not actually going to be drawing anything, so we don't need the onDraw function. So now we have, so the numbers come in. And now we need to say, we need some inputs here. So we need to say pitch stability, roll stability, and then altitude switch. Okay, so this is going to be input dot get bool, because we're looking for the on off, right? And that's going to be on off 1. Let's see, on off 2, and I think on off 3. I'm pretty sure that's how we have that set up. Altitude, pitch, and roll, and then altitude switch is 3. That's the autopilot. 1, 2, and altitude switch is 3. Pitch, roll, altitude switch. So that's 2, 3, and this is 4. It's how it is on the switch. Okay, so now we need to say if pitch S, then we want to say then if pitch is greater than 0, then we want to say output set number and it's channel 1, and then we want to set it to 0.005. Okay, else, and then we can just basically reverse this here. We can say like that, and we can turn this negative. I think that's all we need. We need one more. Near line 2. One, 2, 3. There we go. Because we have this if statement which needs to be closed. If pitch S. So that's so now what we need to do is we need to go composite and we need to write on off, and we need to have 3 channels in there. Actually, we'll just make it 4 channels because I'm sure eventually I'll be using all 4. And then we're going to go 2, 3, and 4, and that's how we read the Boolean. We can also read the autopilot if we want to. Okay, so then that's what we're going to do. Basically that. So we'll copy that, and then, but instead of pitch S, this is going to be roll S, and then we'll say roll and roll, because it's going to read that input. So if it's greater than 0, it should bank to the left, and if it's less than 0, it should bank to the right. Now this one here, we might be able to calibrate down to this one. The pitch is a different story. And then we'll do Alt S. We'll do Alt S after. I just, at this point, want to just make sure that it's working. So that's there, and then the switches are there. And then, of course, we don't have an on value for that, which is fine. So we'll save it. It should automatically... I know it's a long and it was a little bit confusing, but we'll do this flight. This is going to end it for this video. I'll be at this all day probably. Systems, monitors, starter. Oh. Oops. Okay, so I'll gain some altitude here. I'll gain some altitude. And then let's turn on the roll stability. And pitch stability. So there, it's pitching. But our roll, you notice that? I had to rescue it there. Oh, it's 0-1. That's why. That's why. So the pitch is 0-1, not 0-0-0 or 0-0-5. It should be 0-1. Or 0-0-5, which I think is what I have, actually, 0-0-5. So if it's greater than 0, we want it to go negative 0-0-5. I probably have that reversed. That's probably what happened. Because we started diving down. Yeah, I have it reversed. Right, if it's greater than, we want to go down. And if it's less than, we want to go up. So if it's greater than, we want to go down. And if it's less than, we want to go up. So it was at 0-1. So if I go 0-1/2, that should be more than enough to keep it stable. Likewise with the roll. I'm gonna do that with that. All right, now we'll try this. So yeah, so basically at this point in time, it's about calibrating and fine tuning. And then of course I can finish the paint on here. Yeah, and then I'll just finish up the dashboard a little bit. And we'll get the lights connected, but that is going to be in the next one. So this is going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. And I will see you all in the next one.